Доброе утро, друзья! Good morning, friends. Today is Tuesday, September 1st, the first day of school. So I just wanted to show you guys what my day is like. So I'm going to take you through and we'll see how it goes. So it's 7:05 and it's pretty quiet out here. I'm actually surprised. Today's the first day of school for the whole country. It's usually like a big celebration. So I bet the afternoon there'll be a lot more kids out dressed up and everything. I live in these huge apartments, so there's tons of kids, young families around. So we'll definitely see some other kids as well who are going to the public schools celebrating their first day. So I usually walk on this side of the buildings. It's nice and shady in the morning. And then I'll cross over into the big field to cut through to the school. So it's a little past 7 and I am making my way through the field. So there are like a few different paths cut through the field. The ground is really like sandy when it's dry. So it can be an interesting walk. There's some muddy spots you have to avoid after it rains. But normally there will be people cutting through from our apartment complex area over here where there are some more businesses, a bus stop. So there's usually a few people out here when I'm here as well. And an occasional vehicle, not really off-roading vehicles like a van. I think I saw like a Cadillac looking thing the other day. So you could just drive wherever you want here. It's not a real road, but who cares? So I'm making my way through and almost there. So this could be the hardest part of the walk. You just gotta go for it. So the cars are expected to stop for you, no matter like where you are. There's no lights, there's no stop sign, so you just gotta make a run for it. Also, there's a open manhole that has not been fixed yet. So right where this street ends is where our school begins. There's the end of the paved road. Lots of construction still happening. So the city is working on paving this part, but we just got ours paved. So here it is. Guards that are always at the gates, 24/7. The families, it's about 7:15. The school's not going to open the gates till about 8 o'clock, so it's still going to be a while. But I know some families are getting here early to pray and take pictures and things. So I'll let you know what happens next. The first day of school is a huge celebration in Ukraine, so I wanted to make sure to get pictures in front of the balloon arch before the day started. Inside the school, here over by the main office. And I am over around this corner. There's the cafeteria, which we'll be partially using. And there's the cafeteria in the background. And here's my office. It's about 7:45 and the kids are waiting outside the gate. Socially distancing pretty well, I must say. The high school principal is encouraging me to wear this face mask today so that kids can see my face since I'm new. I'm not sure how I feel about it with the curly hair, but we're gonna go with it. When the gates opened, the students came in with their parents, had their temperature checked, and then each of the grade level teachers were outside to gather their classes. There was a brief introduction from our new director and a prayer, and then the school day started. It's about 8:35 and the group of the families have stayed behind after we dismissed to pray outside. Well, it's been an interesting morning so far. I went to deliver some schedules to the classrooms. I went to the 9th grade, just handed them to the teacher. 11th grade, the class was transitioning. So the one teacher was leaving. So he said, can you just stay here with the students until their next teacher comes? So I handed out their schedules, talked to them a little bit, answered their questions. It was a good time, got to know them a little bit. And then we waited, and there was no teacher coming. With COVID, we have the students staying in one class and the teachers rotating. And I was like, maybe this isn't right. This doesn't seem right. So we looked at their schedules and they were all supposed to be in a different room. So walked them all out of the room. They still had their backpacks. They hadn't put their stuff in their lockers yet. Whatever. And then ended up they were double booked. They were going to a classroom where there was already another class in there. So the principal got it sorted out. But it's been interesting so far. A day in the life of a school counselor on the first day of school. So it's like 10 till 1 now. I've been working my office a little bit, kind of checking the halls. I just gotta say that there's only been 2 kids that have come by for schedule changes so far. So there's no line outside my door. What is this?
I know it might get a little bit boring because we're definitely gonna cover some, I'll just be honest with you, some of this stuff is boring, but it's all important. That can be a half credit too. That's the minimum amount of class time that we can give you an actual credit that shows up on your transcript.
So just like that, the school day is over. It's almost 3:30. The school day ended at 3:05. So the kids, for COVID precautions, they had to be dismissed individually by loudspeaker. So the principal was standing out. There's a nice system where the principal's standing out at the gate and can tell when students' parents are there to pick them up, or the older ones are actually able to take public transportation or walk if that's their preferred route of leaving. We're encouraged to change our masks throughout the day, so I threw this one on. Love it. So yeah, the end of the day was good. I jumped into some of those Zoom sessions. I still have a lot of work to do, so I'm going to be here a while. So I'll update you and show you what I come up with. So it's 4 o'clock. I just sent an email to all the juniors and seniors about an SAT test deadline that's coming up this Friday. So the kids have like 2-3 days to register for it. So I just sent that out. And I still have I have a webinar to watch before the day's over and come up with some lessons for our homeroom classes for tomorrow. So I made myself a cup of coffee, which is kind of rare because I needed it. And I also packed myself this in my lunch. Some good Ukrainian chocolate, just as a little incentive to keep me going. So it's just about 5 p.m. on the dot, and I have finished up 2 slideshows. This one is for our teachers to do with their middle school and high school students to review the first day of school, just chat about some stuff, make sure they're not needing anything. And then for this, so that's for tomorrow. And then for Thursday, I made another one about masks. And then a little activity that they're gonna do. So this is my job as a counselor, to provide resources and support the teachers and support the kids. Now it's time to switch shoes and head back home. I'm very happy to take this mask off, although when I sit in my office, I don't have to wear it, so that's good. But the forecasted high today is 91, and then the weather app says it's 90 degrees out here right now, and I have a 20-minute walk home, so I'm going to look lovely when I get back. I guess I'll share that with you guys. School is super secure. Like, we can't get out unless we're buzzed out or buzzed in. So I gotta pretend like I'm coming in and see if someone will answer it for me. I think the guys were there. Maybe. There it is. One of the seniors did this chalk art. So cute. So something I'm thinking about while I'm out here, I was recommended to wear the mask when I walk out in the field because they said like it's so full of weeds that it can be bad for your allergies. So I've started doing that and I've noticed a difference. So although it's like difficult, I've started to do that. But then another one of the Ukrainian staff members mentioned that there's so many weeds because in the Soviet days, they like intentionally planted weeds. So I don't really know the whole story behind that, but I thought it's kind of interesting. Ukraine is known to be the most fertile ground in Europe. Like it's called the breadbasket of Europe. So that seems pretty interesting that the Soviets would intentionally plant weeds to possibly prevent them from being able to grow more crops and make more money and all of that. So there was a really bad famine in the 30s where millions of people died because of some Soviet policies because of that. So taking away their land and their harvest. So it's just, I want to look more into that about why there's so many weeds out here. The time is now 5:29. I just made it upstairs. I took the elevator. I cheated. It's too hot out there. And got back to my apartment. So that is a wrap. That's my first day of school. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. I literally could not be here or be doing any of this without you. So all the ways I'm able to support students and teachers and the missionary families and other international families that are here literally wouldn't be without you. So I've heard so much good feedback already from people who are like really excited I'm here, already learning things, or supporting them in new ways. So stay tuned, and once again, thank you guys, and God bless you for what you're doing for me and for Ukraine and for the kids and the missionaries here.